What was kind of mean?
I was like, why else do you think we don't rely Brie on to make plans or anything? Because
Right.
like,
Late to
I'm the one who
respond.
makes the plans in the first place. Who mentioned getting together on 4th of July weekend? Me.
was
Huh?
it? I thought it was Josh or Mauricio.
She pushed in her
No,
No,
Airbnb thing
because
somewhere.
I'm the one that
I
pushed us to
said-
actually get together.
I said July 4th it's a possibility, and I made sure that it was I get a 4-day weekend, and then that's when you brought in. Let's do an Airbnb, guy. Let's do Airbnb. I was gonna do kayaking, but that didn't work out because
I'm
apparently
gonna
that's too long
tip
of
the
a drive.
kayak. I'm gonna tip the kayak.
Actually, it's not bad. It's actually like $180 total.
Oh, I thought you were about to say 180.
You just gotta sign her waiver and stuff.
Wait,
Nicole.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
We'll give her a canoe.
I still tip it over. You want?
Tip a
I'll
canoe,
make
you
Titanic 2.0 in the pond outside right
Right.
now in my house. I'll make Titanic 2. Literally, I'll
Oh
make
my
Titanic.
god.
We call it the Spanish version, Titanic.
James Cameron, please hit me up. Look,
Canoa. That's what's gonna be.
I don't
called.
really watch your films anymore, James Cameron, but like honestly, I will work with you to make Titanic 2.0.
Oh, like I said, they're already working on a Netflix documentary on that submarine. Everybody is cashing in on the whole debacle. What happened? R.I.P.
I'm gonna try my best and keep a straight face.
No
Oh my
comment.
god.
No comment.
Anyway, welcome to another episode of Sip It or Zip It, the podcast where we all have a beverage that we sip throughout the episode because it's kind of fun and fresh like that. Mauricio's got his Cayman Jack, of course.
This is the last
Fourth
time
week
you
in a
see
row.
me. This is the last time. I have
This
two
the
more.
last one?
Next week. It's a
Ain't
new
gonna
one.
happen. Ain't gonna
I
happen.
am trying. I've just got so many seltzers that are just piling up in my fridge, so I'm trying this Bud Light seltzer hard soda.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh,
That
yeah.
I don't know where I got it. I think somebody left it here.
Well, I haven't tried the hard
But-
soda, but
What
like they got some nice seltzers.
Oh.
I just took a sip. I'm gonna tell you what, that slaps.
Oh
You should
god.
try the lemonade, Bud Light
orange.
lemonade seltzers.
Orange soda flavored.
Give it one more of those, and you'll start seeing some Ariana.
That's right. As I should. Anyway, what are y'all drinking, Nicole and Bree?
I am drinking agua.
Boring.
Lame.
The
'Cause I
what?
I'm
gotta
drinking-
keep my pores in check.
15th
A juice
time this week.
medley with a little bit of rum in it.
That's why your skin's so dry, Brie.
What are you
Damn.
talking about? I'm glowing. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's
Are
the
you
light,
sure?
Bree's
girl.
kind of got like kind of good skin though.
Kinda.
Okay,
I'll see
here's what
you.
I meant. It wasn't meant to be like a
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm
Dig.
clear. My skin is clear.
Where? I don't see it.
That ain't no acne.
There you go.
oh my god.
Meanwhile, the person who has a big zit on there.
Hey, I got one right here.
I'm not afraid to talk about it. It's there, and probably people are gonna see it on TikTok,
Okay,
on social media.
well,
It's there. I don't care.
I can't see it in this 720p preview I got on my screen.
Right.
So like I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Bree for me is 480 right
Can't really
now.
enhance.
Bree's got the Roblox
Yeah,
quality.
that's because this is my webcam and it's not on because I for some reason took every single USB 3.0 to USB-C adapter to my office at work and they're not at my house. So I don't have any way to connect my webcam to my laptop.
Sounds like a you problem.
Very,
Yeah.
very much.
Honestly.
That's a very Brianna Cabasa problem.
Yep.
Yeah. So crappy quality this week again. Oh well, deal with
Yeah,
it.
it was.
It's not like this is going in like an 8K screen. Like it's fine. Nobody's gonna tell.
Are you sure? Because
But-
once I build my PC, I'm gonna make myself look good. I'm gonna get the
Yeah,
most
how's that
expensive.
going? your stuff
It's
came in,
going. So here's the thing: I have every single part, but one part that was supposed to come in like this day after I ordered them, which was last week on Friday. And I
Power
keep
cord.
seeing it's like, okay, we're gonna, we're sending it and all that. It's just running a little bit late, and it's like if you don't receive it by the 28th, which is literally today, you can ask for a refund. I was like, I literally have everything, and it's like I probably gotta wait like another week for that to come up into the mail. And I'm
it
just
was the
like, I
what
paid
part?
Prime for this.
The what part?
That's how Amazon do.
I think it was like one of the fans. What is it? The part that it is actually it's the memory actually.
The memory. Oh yeah. Well,
And
like your
and
RAM.
Yeah.
Hey Nicole,
Mm.
once you boot that thing up and plug it up and everything is ready, you turn on the switch button. It gives me the explosion from SpongeBob.
Yeah, just the explosion. Yeah. But here's the thing about this PC. I was like, I could technically start it today, but when I say I'm not building it at all. I'm actually paying my brother to do
Lame.
I don't know why you
Yeah.
don't just build it.
You should just help
You should
him
just
because
learn
I
it's
so that
it's
if
a
something
fun
goes wrong-
experience.
I will help him, but here's the thing, y'all. I told this to Bree the other day. In his room, like he does everything in his room, and his room stinks. Like it is peak just filth.
Damn.
It is filth.
Okay,
So it's like
well,
I
when
don't
you
know
go
if
in
I
there, bring
if
some
I
Tell him to
breeze.
build it in the basement or
Sounds
in a
like-
common area or something.
he's not. Oh no, he forbids to build in a common area because then he's gonna have to talk to my mom and dad, which he doesn't talk to anymore.
Like but your basement though.
Okay, now we're gonna
Yeah.
start unpacking the trauma on
Trauma
the podcast.
right there.
Nicole.
Not mine, but his.
Well, I
No,
was
I
gonna
think
s-
I might build it downstairs, but it's like, what is it? I don't know if he wants to come down there for like a good few hours. I don't know. We'll see. I'm like, look, I'm gonna pay you, and he's like, no, you don't have to pay me. I'm your brother. I was like, all right, I'll pay you either way. If you're not gonna take the money, I'll buy you food. So because he's very particular, so like he's really into that kind of stuff. Like building computers. Like last time I was in his room, he has like literally his whole room is literally a PC store. This man literally just doing customizations of like keyboards, like everything you can think about with computer parts. And I was like, dude, this is literally like Geek Squad in here. Like, what are you doing? So I'm like, I kind of trust him more than me because like if I was to do it, I know I'm gonna mess something up 100%.
Oh,
No
I
matter
mean, I
how many
definitely broke
videos.
something.
Yeah, no matter how many videos I watch. So I'm like, I don't trust, but I'll probably help a little bit, but I'm like, I'll probably just help like plugging in something. That's probably it.
Oh my
You know
god.
what? I remember
Nicole,
though.
if I could do it, you could do it.
Yeah.
I'm a woman, Brie. Women can't do anything in this country,
Oh my
remember?
God.
well,
You're not
Send us hate
trying
mail.
hard
Feeding
enough.
into those stereotypes,
I
y'all.
know. Send us a hate mail, sipit.zipit@gmail.com.
Every week, Nicole says this one thing that's controversial. Hey, look, y'all. If you don't like me, then send it in the mail, in the Gmail, if you want me to get off the podcast. Let's
Okay.
do a vote. Let's do a vote if you want to kick me off.
I remember when I was
Dare
building
you.
mine, like the GPU has like these little prongs that like snaps into the motherboard.
hmm
And like these two little clips kind of hold it in place. I definitely broke one of the clips and thought I was gonna have to buy a new motherboard, but I ended up just kind of making it work. So like my GPU is being held in by only one clip, not two. It's
We
working fine.
finesse.
Haven't done like it's fine. I thought it was gonna like slide out, something was gonna happen. We're okay right now, knock on wood. So can't have been that bad, but
Mhm.
you know.
It is.
What can
It's.
you do?
I'm building the PC, y'all. I've decided to finally build that PC. Might be a few $1,000s in credit card debt, but like I say, a win is a win, cuz a win is a win, cuz.
Your turn, Mauricio. You're the only one left.
I'm the only one left. Yeah.
See, he's gonna turn into me now. He's, you know
No,
how
stop.
he's just like, just do it. He's gonna be like, well, it's like
see,
you
though,
have
look.
The
money.
funny thing is that Mauricio was on board with building one before you were ever on board, Nicole. So I don't
I
know
didn't-
what
it was
his
out of
deal is.
impulse. That's-
Listen, okay.
Mauricio's got some big purchases coming up.
I do.
That's
Okay,
true.
I don't want to be in more depth than I am. Okay,
So
I got
he's being smart, actually. I'm here for you, Mauricio. I support you.
appreciate it. Thank you. But now that I got a girlfriend, that's the biggest waste of money I got right now. So
Oh my god!
I'm kidding, babe. I'm kidding.
Apologize
oh,
right now.
Tanya, you better.
Apologize to her.
I'm
I
kidding.
give her permission to give you a wakala.
I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
He's about to open up a can of whoop ass.
Oh God, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna come with a black guy in the next podcast.
Okay, but
That's okay. I'll give you another
No,
one.
I'm kidding. But yes, I am being conservative on my money. I know that the future for me is bright, not the light that's hitting me right now, but it's actually bright. And I just know that in order to get what I want, I have to save up money. I'm good right now, but I feel like I'll be a lot safer in terms of what I have in my savings if I save up more now. So when I end up getting those big purchases, I can squeeze in a PC too. So
yes.
yay.
Or here's the thing, Brucey. What
Responsible adult.
you can do
Yes.
is build the PC, get a very expensive camera, like 4K camera or whatever, and photograph your feet, export that on your powerful computer,
That's right.
post that into OnlyFans, and you get your income back, baby.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
My feet are pretty. They don't have hair on them. I mean, the dogs are out right now, actually. So I could do that.
Thank you for that valuable information.
Right. Do as
I'm
you
just
will.
saying. Just think hypothetically. You can do a lot with a PC.
Speaking of which, these three have seen my feet. I sent them on Snap and on messages before, and they all agreed they were pretty feet. So
It
I think
says
I
I think I
No.
saw them because I'm
I
not
think-
on Snap.
I think I have a career. No, because I sent it to Bree. Then Bree showed it to you
Yeah,
guys.
he sent me.
Oh.
I don't think I've seen it. I think I've only seen it in person.
I think I showed Catherine. I think Catherine is the
Oh
one
my
that I
god, our
showed.
poor friend Catherine.
Poor thing.
Because she was my roommate at the time. So
Disgusted.
I had to share my misery.
Oh my god. It wasn't that terrible, guys. Come on. All right.
No, don't sugarcoat it.
I just want to say this again. I'm not a foot person. I hate feet. I can only tolerate mine. But anytime that someone shows me a photo about, whatever it is, and I see that the dogs are out, not the literal dogs, but they're actual dogs, I zoom in on that thing. I'm like, wow, that's just hideous. Feet are just disgusting.
But you're into
Could've-
furries, though.
I don't.
keep
I'm
in
not
mind, he
even
does
not
zoom
even
in
a
on the
furry
Yeah, make
either.
it make sense.
Not even
Notice
a furry
he
either.
said he zooms in on the photo to see how
Because
disgusting
it's like
they are.
it's like I cannot not see it. It's a thing like you just cannot not see, and I'm just like, ugh.
Okay.
No matter how you paint it, whatever toenails went to, it don't matter. Feet are just disgusting. In general, feet are just disgusting. The most disgusting thing on a human body. Okay. Cheers.
But you're a furry, though.
Not a furry. I don't know why people are so obsessed with Lola Bunny and who's that girl from Roxanne in Goofy movie. Okay, I don't know
Roxanne.
why
Roxanne
people-
was
I
like
don't-
13 years old. Come on.
I don't understand people were so obsessed with those two characters. I did not get it, and when I saw that there's a thing that that people are called when they like those types of characters, I'm like, yeah, no, not me either.
It's okay, Marisa. You can just admit it.
Oh god,
Oh my god.
Just admit it.
oh my god.
Well, I do have a story to share that happened. I only texted Bree about it briefly because I had to share it with somebody in the moment. But it was like this calamity of errors. Like, so my parents stopped by in town. And like we had grabbed a meal and we're like eating outside.
Oh no.
And first, a bird poops on me. Like literally like lands flat on my chest. Okay.
It's a sign from God.
But like there's an umbrella over our table, which means I was leaning back like from under the umbrella, which means this poop was like sniped between like the edge of the umbrella and like my chest. So if I'm like sitting back like this, it landed like here. And then my mom had like wet wipes in her purse and she was able to like give me some so I could like wipe it off because it was like fine. Like it like wiped off. Like it was kind of solid, you know? And then but like, okay, never been pooped on by a bird in my life. Like this is the first time this has ever happened. And I was like, I didn't even think this was possible. Like you hear about it happening, but like until it happens to you, you're like, oh, that actually doesn't
I think
happen
you're
to people.
chosen. You're the chosen one.
I know. I feel like it's good luck.
I think it is. I think it's like
It is good luck.
beyond finding a
Like
four-leaf
how
clover.
sweet that bird chose me to shit on. But anyway, so like I'm literally like sitting there. That happens. Then not even moments later, my mother like knocks over one of like the glasses like on our table, and it falls off the table and shatters. Okay.
5 years
So
of bad
then-
luck.
So like
5 years
not
of bad
only
luck.
like do I get pooped on, and then I go, "Aw, like I got pooped on" or whatever. Like I said it out loud. And I'm sure some other tables heard me. Then we break a glass at our table, which means like the tables are for sure like wondering what the hell is happening at this table. And then like 5 minutes later, like we hear another glass shatter like to like the side because we're sitting on the outside. And like we look over and there's this like homeless guy or whatever had like knocked a glass off this like outdoor cart that like the restaurant had there, like to like more easily serve the guests outside. And he started like walking all angrily like across. There's like this little like gate, like fence, not a fence, but like a little barrier like for like the restaurant's like outdoor area onto this like plaza area. So between that and like the outside area, he like goes around this like little fence on the outside, like all angrily, and he's like yelling at like this guy who works at the restaurant, like literally like just yelling at him. I don't even know about what. And he's like, yeah, like call the cops. Like, yeah, what? And the guy's like, yeah, I will, or whatever. And then the man, like, it's just so, I don't even know, like, how to even explain this. It was just so out of this, like, so random. And then this man, like, comes into, like, past, like, the barrier. And, like, this one woman had to, like, get out of her seat because, like, the man was, like, right over top of her. And she was, like, scared because he was, like, yelling at this guy so loud and being, like, all aggressive and stuff. And, like, I thought he was going to start, like, hitting this guy. Or, like, somebody's going to end up shot or something. But then, like, the guy, like, ended up backing off and, like, walking away. And then the man who was, like, worked at the restaurant, like, started, like, walking after him to, like, make sure he actually, like, left. And I was like, dude, like, why are you doing that? Like, just come back here and, like, leave him alone. It was just so weird. I don't even know how to explain this. I know this doesn't sound, like, all that crazy, but, like, this man, like, was probably just trying to help himself to some water. Somebody probably said something. And then, like, hey, like, don't be, like, taking the water from here. I don't know what it was. But then he got mad. And then, like, broke a glass. And then, like, started, like, terrorizing for a minute. And then left. Weirdest dinner of my life. But the food was good. Anyway,
That
that's my
just sounds
story,
like
guys.
another. That just sounds like another day in DC. Honestly, I know even though you weren't probably in DC, but
No, it was just so random. Like, this dude, like, clearly needed, like, help of some sort. Like, that's beside the point. Like, I'm not absolving his actions, but, like, the guy, like, shouldn't have been aggressive. But, yeah, but I'm like, they must have had issues with him before, because it sounds like it was, like, it seemed as if it was a recurring issue. Like, it seems like this guy's familiar with the guy who works at the restaurant. Maybe the owner, I don't know. It just seems, it was just very strange. But, yeah, but I got pooped on by a bird. That's the main takeaway from the story, though.
Imagine if you did-
you were
if you-
leading up to something.
Right. Imagine if you
Yeah, no,
didn't
that was
lean.
it. That was the story, guys. That was it. I know it's not that interesting, but
I'm just imagine if you didn't lean and you were just yawning with your mouth wide open.
I know. That's what I
Oh.
said. I was like, what if it like hit my
Ugh.
hair or something? I was like terrified of
Or
that
your
thought.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mauricio, I
Ugh.
swear, if you make another poop sound, I'm gonna.
He's
I just thought
banned
it
from
was
the. He's
Oh.
banned.
Oh, Nicole, where you go?
I'm still here.
Your video's
here.
gone.
No, I'm still here.
Yeah,
Probably
sorry.
here.
What?
You wait.
So
You're
sorry for
wait.
my terrible story, but I just felt like I had to get that off my chest.
Mauricio's got the potato Wi-Fi now.
No, it says live video will return when their internet improves.
No, that's fine. That means it's still
Mhm.
recording our video.
Okay.
It's just not showing
You're
it to you.
ruining the
Yeah.
immersion, Mauricio.
But
See,
I
just,
can see
just-
her though.
Mauricio's
Whatever
just
you're
ruining
going
all
through.
this.
Whatever you're
really
going through,
just-
put it on me, of course, and I'll just cry at work. And also, Bree.
I'm editing that out.
No, don't do it.
You're like the guy from SpongeBob when they go down into the like
Yes.
deep.
That's my favorite episode. I remember that one vividly. With like the bus, and like whenever
Yeah.
they try to get on the bus, it leaves. Like
Hmm.
rock bottom. I think it was rock
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah. When they're trying to get the vending machine.
Yes. It's time for an ad for the 1521 Candle Co. That's 1521candleco.com. They got high quality candles, wood wicks, great smells. So if you want to transform the smell of your space, say you're Nicole's brother and your room smells, maybe you need a candle in there.
Hell
So like get a candle from the 1521 Candle Co. That's 1521candleco.com and get yourself a candle. Good smells await. That should be your tagline. That should be their tagline.
You've come
right
up
there.
with like 20 different ones over the span of this.
I know. Well, look it. They're just not taking them. They're not picking up on that. I really think the Dad or Daddy one from a few weeks ago for Father's Day was a really good one. They should have used it, but that's beside the point.
I'm
anyway,
buying a
so-
candle right now.
I think the tagline is "Cast your light." I think
Okay,
What,
so we
Harry
should probably
Potter?
be saying that.
because they're like beacons
So-
of light.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know if they actually went with that, but I think they did.
I think it is. So yeah, go to 1521candleco.com and cast your light.
I feel like that's
It's
a.
hashtag branding.
I feel like that's like a
I'm
Harry
buying
Potter
one right
spell.
now. I'm buying
know.
one right now for my brother. That's a good present.
Well,
Josh.
I think we finally have that ship sailed of him coming on the podcast. It's the first question. Why your room smell?
Why'd it smell like a gym in here?
We need you
Wait,
to.
he would be a great guest though.
He would, so that way he can test try these candles and like see if he can still smell his smell. Which
my
one?
brother.
Which of the 1521 county code worked for him?
What is it? My brother would literally like. I don't know if he's ever seen me like. I guess in this persona. I'm not like this persona, like on camera persona. But he would literally keep looking at me like this. He says, "Why you talk like that? Why you sound like that?" I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to
See,
just living my life, you know.
He gets it.
I'll say, I'll try to. You know what? I'm gonna try and get him. Actually, he not doing anything. Me and him got close, all right, because we bond
Ooh.
through trauma.
You know what we should do? I got an idea. You know what we should do? We should all
What?
get our siblings on here and have them just roast us.
Yeah, all on the same path.
Oh, wait a minute. That's either my brother or my sister. I think my sister might be a lot more up to that. So, ooh, that's a good idea.
My brother would be
Yeah,
like,
wait.
all right.
My
let
sister
me,
would love that.
my brother would be like, let him cook.
Let him cook. Ooh, that's a good idea.
So yeah, look forward to that episode, guys.
It will happen
We get our
2000 and
siblings to
never.
come on, and then we all us four, we just leave. We
just
let
leave.
them-
No,
Yeah, we just
literally,
leave
but
them
we
to
just
do
do
the
that.
episode.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a good idea too.
But we don't tell them that we're just leaving.
Yeah.
We let them figure it out.
Yeah, when the countdown starts, as soon as it hits 1, we just leave, all of us.
Just her.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my sister now. I think my sister would probably be better off at that.
My brother got some shit to say. You already guys heard a few things he said to me during our Discord. During our calls.
That's just brotherly love, you know. That's just good old brotherly love. Unlike for me, what is me being the middle child of the family? Like, I get hella picked on by my sister and my brother, but like also too, we just bond over stupid stuff. And they embarrass me a lot because also I'm the shortest of the family as well. Everyone else just towers over me.
Right.
I'm the shortest one. I got to get on a little step stool to sometimes see them eye to eye.
I remember one time Nicole and I we were at an event, and it was like a long day for me. I just had to lean on somebody, and you were like my shoulder to lean on.
Not anymore. That's your girl now.
Wait, that's kind of sweet though.
She's like up here.
Yeah. I think I told him, it's like, yeah, you can go ahead. I don't care. I'm like,
Yeah.
Look,
It was
there
like
was consent.
Yeah,
They love
they're
that.
like-
yeah. It was
because
the
I feel like I give off very motherly vibes of the group. I feel like I'm like
she
a
was,
very like mother-like figure.
She told me to button up my blazer. I was like,
I
that's,
did,
that's part of the charm. That's part of the
And I
charm.
was like, hey, hijo, stand up straight. Just like,
Consent to use your shoulder,
consent.
my lord.
Just don't do the stomach because you just
lady.
hear just a whole bunch of just atomic just bombies down there. Yeah,
it's like the sound of the nuke from the upcoming Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. I'm excited to see that movie. I'm
Oh,
actually
guys.
been seeing a lot more of like previews of that, like just articles and trailers.
Barbie's coming up too.
Yeah, guys, I just saw
Barb-
Asteroid City last night.
Oh, how was it?
Yeah.
So good.
See,
So good.
I'm
Fun
a Wes
time.
Anderson fan. I wasn't that into Isles of Dogs as much. I think that was kind of like a little bit of a letdown. But I'm kind of curious what Asteroid City is, Josh. Tell us more.
Well, I won't spoil anything. But basically, like, okay, so let me just rewind. French Dispatch, to my knowledge, was the first Wes Anderson I've seen. So I have some work to do in terms of getting through his
Oh,
movie stuff.
okay.
But I saw French Dispatch, wasn't the biggest fan, but I liked French Dispatch because I went for Timothy, we know. But I saw that movie and was like really confused. And like I don't typically come out of movies super confused, and I usually give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll say like, okay, like yeah, I was a little confused, but I understand there's some deep meanings here, blah blah blah. I talked to somebody else who had seen it, and that person said, oh, well, the movie was supposed to be like talking about the process of making a magazine. It was like an unedited magazine. So you're just watching all the snippets of like the different stories in the magazine. Like they're not all supposed to make sense with one another. And I was like, because I thought there was something I was missing, but I wasn't missing anything. It was just supposed to be all these little vignettes
Yeah.
that like didn't make sense together because they were trying to edit the magazine and figure out how to tell the story in the magazine. So that's dumbing it down. But like basically that was the premise. So like that's why I didn't click. But I went into Asteroid City with that mentality, knowing that I would probably have to think that way, and going in with that mentality, I left much more with much more satisfaction after the movie was complete. Knowing, because it's kind of a similar vibe, not with a magazine, but like a similar vibe of like the creation of something and like the process of that. And so going in knowing that made the experience all the better. But that was it was a very, very fun film. A lot of big names, very fun PD, very fun color grade. Like, just like there's some wacky moments, and you're just like, this is hilarious. Like, just these little things. It's just it's a fun time.
I would say, Josh, as a film nerd, I love Wes Anderson. Here, I know Nicole. Believe it or not, I do love film. He has a particular style. Wackiness is his nature. But it's pretty much, it's like another era with Wes Anderson and like his take on it. A lot of colors, a lot of symmetrical camera like shots and everything. Very whimsical. I have yet to see this one. I'm eager to see this one. I think personally for me, Moonrise Kingdom is my favorite. Highly recommend if you have not seen it. But his other films are good. The Grand Budapest Hotel is another one that's also great.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
Yeah. But I've been a fan since Bottle Rocket, which is his first film and stuff. I don't want to be more nerdy than I am, but I would recommend to see from where he started to where he is now, and you can see like how much he has grown as a filmmaker. His style is very unique. It's still there, but yeah, it's very quirky, very wacky, funny at times, and very whimsical, colorful. Highly recommend his cinematography. And his next film, which is I'm a little bit more interested, will star Benicio Toro, and he will be in every shot of his next film in an espionage film. It's an espionage film with Benicio Toro. And if you have seen the Grand Budapest Hotel, there is a prison sequence. Hilarious. Love it. So I am very, very excited. But yeah, I want to see Astro City.
I recommend. So definitely go see it. I'm gonna go see tomorrow. I'm taking a half day at work. I'm gonna go see No Hard Feelings with J Law.
She's back.
She's back.
I love Jennifer Lawrence. Like,
I do too.
This is gonna be a fun time. Because I don't know if y'all ever saw Good Boys. The movie Good Boys, hilarious film.
Nicole, why are you thinking? You didn't see it. Okay, calm down.
Sounds familiar though.
Look
Shut
at-
up, Mauricio. Shut up.
Yeah,
She was
so
like,
go see
"Ooh."
Good
Shush.
Boys. Watch Good
Shush.
Boys. And the same director who did Good Boys did this movie. So I'm sure it'll be fantastic. So there's that. Oh, also, when my parents were in town, I was like, you guys will love The Last of Us. Like, I know that they love these things. Like, I know that they're going to love that. Like, we love, like, our family loves, like, the dark, like, shows, like, super dark shows or, like, mysteries and stuff like that. And my mom's, like, iffy on the sci-fi, but, like, Last of Us isn't, like, super sci-fi. Like, it's kind of, but it's, like, grounded in, like, a reality of sorts. So, like, it's not super out there. So I was like, you guys would love this. We have to watch it. And so, like, I showed them the first episode, and then literally, of course, like, when they got home, like, the next night, they'd watched, like, episodes 2 and 3. And I'm sure they're further along now, or they'll get further along this weekend. So I'm just saying, I got them hooked. They're not going to play the game. They're not video game people, but I can get them into the show.
Heck
So,
yeah.
That just
I'll be
makes
curious-
me.
I'll
That
be
makes
curious
me
what they think
happy.
about the ending, though. Yeah.
As someone who literally played that game, like literally when it was released, maybe a few months after it was released, and just seeing like all the newcomers and kind of just showing that love for these characters and I guess the world itself really makes me happy. It's just like, I love hearing stories about it because one of my friends actually she knew about The Last of Us, but she was like, I'm never gonna play the game. I just watch it, just like let's like a playthrough online. But when the show came out, she's like, oh yeah, it's like one of the best things ever. So it's like, okay, like I can understand there's people out there who aren't gamers, and I understand they're probably never going to play the game, and that's why the show's there. But, you know, I think it's just a little bit extra special if someone who has played the game and you do like the show too. Because, like, gamers and, like, who have watched the show actually really, really do like the show. They say it's, like, it's the best video game adaptation ever, which I agree. And that's how you do it justice. But also, too, it's like they're adding more to the lore of what it was in the game as well, and just adding a lot more layers. So, really happy to hear that.
Yeah. I remember, like, because it's crazy. I don't know if this is true. I remember hearing through the grapevine, so I could be wrong. Apparently, the people who did the show wanted to end episode 1 after the death in episode 1. I don't want to say too much for people who I'll need to watch
I think
it.
I've heard around. Yeah,
But they were gonna like end it at that, but then they decided not to because they wanted people to stick around and they thought they needed to give a little more
yeah.
like story for people to stick. So the episode has the extra like 20 minutes or so of like setting up the world, or 30 minutes of like setting up the world after that, like 20 years later, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So very interesting.
Okay.
I don't know if that's how true that is, but regardless, it's like a long first episode, but they set up so much, it does get you hooked. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because I remember that one big event that death happens, and my mom looks over at me like all mad, like, what are you like making me watch? But like, I was like, you have to stick it out. Like,
We kill the
that
kids
is,
now.
it's so important. Yeah, it's so important to everything later.
Yeah.
But like at first glance, you're like, whoa, 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 what am I getting into? But like you realize how important that is later and how pivotal it is. So it's just I'm very curious to see kind of what they think about everything else and how it develops. So
Happy to
Yeah,
hear that.
I mean,
thought you guys would
The
appreciate
Last of
'cause,
Us.
yeah. I mean, for me, I think I've heard of that news, and I think that would have been more. I mean, I'm not going to say more interesting, but that would be interesting to see what we would talk about before that big moment happens and stuff. Because this might be a controversial opinion when the game came out and stuff, but when that moment happened in the game, I was sad, right? But I wasn't like bawling, crying, and everything like that, Because for me, it was like, well, I literally just met this person, and they just died seconds later, almost.
It was pretty quick in the game, I'll admit.
Yeah,
It was
and
literally
so
like just 10 minutes.
Yeah,
of
and
you
so
playing through it.
that's one thing I appreciate in the show is like we were able to establish a relationship more between the father and daughter, and
It's okay.
and
We
out-
spoiled it at this point, so sorry, listeners.
I mean,
if you
the
were
game is
hoping.
out. The game is
Yeah,
out
The
people-
game's been out for over 10 years.
over 10
It's
years.
been over a
So,
At this
decade.
But
point,
also for
Yeah.
people who had no familiarity, it's like at this point though, if you know anything about The Last of Us and it's just like who the main characters are, you kind of have an assumption of who's going to die by the end of the first episode.
right.
My parents don't have that, so you know what I mean. It was a little different, but like I
Yeah.
kind of suspected going in. I didn't know for sure, but I suspected. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I really appreciated them establishing that relationship more in the time that we got. Like I think it was like an hour the first episode, hour and 10. I couldn't remember, but it was a good amount of time where I was like,
It was like-
okay.
yeah.
It was like around that time. It was long enough than the game to know who
Yeah.
these characters are, who what their relationship is to that at that point, and why they're so important to each other. Of course, it's a father and daughter relationship, but why it kicked off everything, the events afterwards, and where the other character will end up 20 years later, So
Yeah.
I
The
appreciate
thing I
that.
liked about the intro in the game, though, was that it was told in real time. Like, I love stories that are told in, like, near real time scenarios.
Yeah.
So, like, everything that happened in that 10, 15, 20-minute time range there was no, like, time skips. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
the next day or the next week or,
Yeah.
like, it was all pretty
One night.
compact
One
time
night.
frame. Yeah, one night. So, I don't know. It was very grounded, which is what I liked about it.
Do you think let's just say this hypothetical situation, do you think if they remade The Last of Us Part 1 again with Pedro Pascal as the face of Joel, do you think more and more people who watch the show will play the game now? I'm just saying. People love Pedro Pascal and they will sell anything with his face on it.
Probably, but I mean, a lot of people who had never played the game before flocked to play it for the first time after after they watched the show, and two, when it came out on PC. So
yeah. I mean,
probably, but
I feel like
I don't know. Remake just came out, so I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah,
do
the remake came out, and then they're already having a lot of flack of just like trying to cash in more money, and honestly, I would not be surprised maybe 10, 15 years down the road they'll remake it again, and then maybe some kind of DLC or a character mod where you can like have this certain character from the shows to play these characters and stuff.
No, that's only on Fortnite.
Fortnite, right?
They literally
Fortnite,
just plug and play the actors' faces on there. You got Tom Holland on
right?
when he with the Nathan Drake costume, which we don't talk about that.
I'm just waiting for like a Minecraft adventure map themed after The Last of Us to come out. I don't
Ooh.
know if there is one, but
There has to. I'm pretty sure maybe
Somebody out there
has
probably.
to have made
someone
one.
had done like
Someone.
mods and all. Same thing with maybe
Yeah.
someone with
Here we go.
Last of Us
Okay,
Part
there's totally
One.
one.
Last of Us Part
Okay,
1
let
on
me
PC.
see.
I'm surprised they haven't made a mod yet where you could put with Pedro Pascal's face on it.
They may
I was
have.
gonna say they probably already have one.
I haven't seen it. I would have
There's-
known by now. So
There's one here, but it's like a 30-minute map. They're like, it's a little kind of immersive adventure. There's some other ones, I guess, but like, there's some people who do like just like texture packs and like a little world and you explore it, and there's some people who go like all out and like they rework the AI of the mobs and all that stuff. But that's something that would be really cool to see somebody like create their own adventure in that world. Maybe we should do that, guys.
we make our own game.
I'll have to play the game first, but I have a minimal knowledge of the Minecraft adventure maps, having made some way back in the day. Okay, guys, had some big wig Minecraft YouTubers playing my Minecraft maps back in the day.
Oh hell yeah!
ASF Jerome, Beijing Canadian, my claim to fame. But no Captain Sparkles. Captain Sparkles never played my maps, which is sad. That was a goal, but
Damn you, Captain Sparkles.
we got close. But I came up with some really fun and fresh would you rather questions.
Ooh, I'm on board.
Just a few, just to get you guys thinking. Just know that you'll be on the record saying these things.
Okay.
Wait,
Just
how
keep that in mind.
how unfiltered can we get? Can we just go full on? Just never mind. I'm not gonna emphasize
How about
on that.
just,
We're not-
you can
We're not gonna be on the. We're not gonna be on the YouTube Kids section, okay?
No, I'll
I feel
mark
like
this
me,
as
me and
4K.
Mauricio do like these
I'll
type of
make
questions
sure.
literally like at like 2 or 3 a.m. when we're still on Discord. We was
I
like,
didn't
would
go
you
too
rather
crazy.
do this or that?
I just thought of unique things.
Stick
Anyway, yeah,
with Nuke.
take some time to think about it if you need, but definitely explain your thought process. I'll be very curious to hear what
Okay.
you guys have.
Oh, it should be lightning round.
All right. Yeah, we could do that, but then we have no content.
Hey, Nicole, nuke or a stick?
Killian Murphy.
I don't understand that, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
just
they're just
move on. First question: would you rather pee out of your eyes or poop out of your nose?
I know there's gonna be a peer poozling. I'm gonna say
Like,
pee out of my eyes because I
like,
can't
you're
handle the
saying-
smell of shit.
Okay,
coming
so
at
you're
you.
saying if you had to evolution gave you one of those like things, that's the one you would rather have.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I would say.
You'd just be crying pee. So
Yeah.
I would choose the same.
Okay.
Just
I
like-
would
and
say.
I cry like on a daily basis. I do it like at least twice a day. So it's like that's a healthy amount to do during. Just saying.
Well, okay. When I was writing the question, now of course you can interpret it differently, but I was thinking like if you had to go pee, it would come out of your eyes, not that like whenever you cry, it is pee.
So it's gonna be all up over you and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not unless you're just like on the toilet, just like your head like that or something.
Like
Okay.
I was under the impression like crying is separate from the peeing in this situation.
Okay.
I still go with the pee out of the eyes.
Would it sting though? I feel like it would sting. But
No.
is it worth the pain? Because
You know-
I mean, you
Okay,
just wipe
wait,
it. That's what toilet paper's
wait.
for, right?
I got.
Poop out
okay.
of your nose would also hurt.
Okay.
I
Hold on.
guess so, but yeah.
Hold on. I feel like the whole. Okay. This is probably get a laugh. Hear me out.
Oh god.
I'm not
The
laughing.
hole in our asshole is bigger than our nostril. So whatever we're gonna push out is gonna hurt our nose. So if we pee from our eyes, I'd rather do that while I'm in the shower. So that way when I'm peeing out of my eyes, it's already gonna be like rinsed away and stuff. I'm gonna be clean myself over and stuff. But if I need to pee right away, that means like I had to do all the hassle of taking my clothes off and everything. Because it's gonna be everywhere. The thing's gonna be dripping off from your chin and everything, and it's just gonna be crazy. I would just say pee out of the eyes, just for that.
Alrighty, so the
100%.
consensus is pee out of the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
I feel like if you were to poo out of your nose, and you know just how when you do wipe, it's like some stuff actually goes back in. So I can just imagine. Yeah, that's.
Can you imagine
That's
Can you
gross.
imagine for guys that have like mustaches and beards?
No.
From yeah, me.
Nope. Nope.
No. And plus, your
Next
nose is
question.
meant. Your
Next
nose is meant to
question.
smell. Your nose is meant to smell. So you could be smelling every detail that coming out of your nose and whatever follicle is left on your like. No, pee out of the eyes.
Absolutely. And also too, is 'cause I think I have very heightened senses also as well, specifically with like smelling stuff. So absolutely not. No. Mm-mm. Now that just unlocked just a whole new fear. Ugh.
Love that. would you rather drink tap water with a slight metal taste for the rest of your life, or drink tap water with a slight chlorine taste for the rest of your life?
Well, both are bad.
I don't drink tap water.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Bree, don't cheat.
This is
Oh yeah,
I thought of this question because of you.
yeah, Bree. Yeah, elaborate.
Liz gives her dogs filtered water.
Yeah,
so,
elaborate on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
very high
thought we went
I
over
lifestyle.
this
thought
on
if
the
you
pod.
had to drink tap water for the rest of your life, would you rather have a metal taste or a chlorine taste?
I do metal taste 100% because I feel like any water you drink now, if it's tap water, or even if it's like filtered water, there has to be some sort of like chemical, like
But-
metal into that.
But metal will
Like it
will
tastes
rust.
like iron.
yeah,
Like it tastes like
But metal's
You know-
gonna
It
rust.
tastes like blood.
you know
Metal-
how like when you like your like nose is bleeding or something and some gets in the back of your throat,
Oh, I have bad
and,
nose
like you
bleeds.
taste it.
I hate that. I have very nasty.
Like imagine like that's like the water.
Oh,
Yeah, no, tap water already tastes like chlorine, so I'd take the chlorine.
I do the metal.
See, it doesn't for me though. I think it depends on where you're from. Well, okay, it has tasted like that where I'm from, but only when they like freshly like chlorinate it. It doesn't usually taste like that, like constantly. And I hate the chlorine smell. Like I hate that taste. Like, it's so off-putting.
Mm-hmm.
Metallic taste isn't great either, but that's probably my preferred.
That's why I'm going with the metallic.
I mean-
I'm going with the Metallica option.
I would
Chlorine is,
I
like,
would
different.
choose the metallic as well, but it's gonna rust eventually, and you're gonna have that rust taste.
Well,
Well,
okay. Wait, what
You
do
can drink
mean?
the pee
metal
out of your
taste is-
eyes in this instance. What happens if you can't drink that? Just pee out of your eyes, and there you go. That's survival.
I mean, Bear Grylls will do either or because it'll teach us how to survive.
Oh my god.
Y'all just prepare me. I got survival instincts. I'm just saying. If I
I
can't
would-
drink
okay.
that, I'll drink my pee.
You can do that.
I
If
would
you're
say
desperate,
I would
you
say the metallic for me, but yeah.
Wait,
Alrighty.
quick follow up to that. Can I buy a filtered, like Brita filter, and put?
No,
like,
don't.
okay, all right.
You're poor.
No.
You're poor.
What do you
That's all
mean
you
I'm-
have.
What do you mean I'm poor?
You're poor, and it's all the source of water you get. Like this is where you get it from.
Hey, it be like that sometimes in what is it? My country, yeah.
I know that. I had a taste of water from my country. Literally had the shit to clog my grandma's toilet. Next question.
No, I think I need to hear this story. Hold on.
Okay, so I had for those that don't travel as much, do not drink water from other countries, particularly countries that are not, I guess, closer to ours.
Fully developed, you mean?
Fully
Yeah,
developed.
okay, there's a word for that, Mauricio.
Yeah,
Let's
I-
say that the infrastructure is
the
not as
infrastructure
developed.
is not as developed as ours. Okay, so I knew this. I learned it the hard way when I first went in 2004. I had mad shits afterwards. Did not know why. But this time I was fully aware, and I had my own like filtered water bottle and stuff. And my grandma had like those gallons of water that you get at the stores, refill, whatever. Those were clean. Those were fine. But if you ever go to any like not well-known restaurants and stuff like that, they ask you want ice in your drink. Don't get the ice. So anyway, I was with my dad, and we were walking trying to find the sombrero that I actually wore in the podcast. Actually, we went to like this kind of like market that they were having, and it was hot. We were walking. I finished all the water in my water bottle, or I was about to finish, and I gave some to my dad. He finished it. He didn't tell me he was going to refill it.
Oh,
He went out, and I was out still like trying to find the sombrero and stuff. He came back drinking it, and he gave some to me. I was already tired at that point. I didn't care. I wanted to go back home, and I was finishing the water, and then literally like on the ride home, I could just hear my stomach just started gurgling, and I'm like, oh. And then I told my dad, it's like, wait, where'd you get this water? Like, where'd you refill it? Oh yeah, I got it. Like they have like the water fountain, like for everyone to use. And I was just like, you bastard.
you poisoned us.
Literally, like sweat was coming down. Like I was clenching my ass cheeks.
It was
on
like
this
that meme where like the guy's sweating and he's like all looking back and forth.
Right,
Like,
literally. I'm like,
shaking and trembling.
I literally told my uncle how much longer we get till we get home. Like, but yeah,
and imagine if that came out your nose. Anyway, okay.
yeah.
Ah!
What? Bree's just over there doing her little Or a little smirk.
Smirk.
She's just
Oh my
vibing,
God.
man.
I know she's vibing
She
over
here
there.
for vibes.
Okay. Would you rather have red receipts on for your Instagram account, so you would know whenever somebody looked at your Instagram account,
Okay.
or choose one text a day to see the edit history on before somebody sent it?
Neither.
So
I
would
could
you
care
rather
less.
have red receipts on for your Instagram account,
I could care
where
less.
you could see whenever somebody looked at your Instagram account, or would you choose one text a day? Like somebody sends you a text and you'd be able to select that text to see what the edit history was on it before they sent it.
You know what? When
But only one a day.
I would say the better question. I would say the Instagram, but I would say the better question would be is to see when someone deletes a message, it will say unknown or something. Deleted a message from you, and you cannot find who deleted it. But if you were able to find out who deleted what, you'd be like, freaking loser! Like, why you delete this thing that I sent like a year ago?
There's an app that exists, and that's called WhatsApp. You can actually do that. You can actually like delete your messages, and it will say which message was deleted or not.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'll probably
I'll
go
do
with
the
that. Yeah, I'll probably go
Instagram.
with that. Yeah, the text message one. Because here's the thing: usually what I text is like what I write, but the only edit history you will see is probably like the bunch of grammar issues I do. So it's like
No periods.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but like I'm not saying your like somebody else. So like if I texted you,
Oh,
Nicole, you
well,
could
in
say,
that
"Oh, I
case-
want to see what Josh was trying to type before he sent it." Because like sometimes people like change up their message or figure out how to phrase something, or like they want to get the right. Like I was thinking of it in terms of like, what if you're in a fight with somebody and then they're trying to send something to you
Oh,
and they type it out at
yeah.
first like how they really want to say it, but then they
100%, yeah, I'll still
backspace
go with
it
that
and type
option.
it how they're gonna say it. Like then you get to see what they actually wanted to say at first.
Yep.
Like that's kind of could be used in that way, but only one text a day.
Oh, I'll do that 100% because I'm a proud Hispanic and I love cheese man. I'm a curiosa, so I love that shit. Love that. Yeah, 100. I'll admit it. I'll do that. Yeah, I like to
But
be
Bree said the
nosy.
Instagram. Interesting.
No, I didn't. I said
Wait,
She said neither.
I said I could
She's
care
copying
less.
out.
okay, but Bree, you have
But-
to pick.
She's not playing
But
the
if I
game
had-
right.
I don't. I just like what I'm gonna do if I know that Joe Schmo looked at my Instagram. Nothing. I see that people look at my my LinkedIn.
Yeah,
you know what I
LinkedIn
mean?
profile, yeah, that's
like
the thing.
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? What good does that give me? Nothing. Text message, probably that one because it sounds more useful. I don't know,
I was just like tea.
Well,
but I don't get it. I don't have beef with nobody, so I don't.
Bree is no
like-
fun because she has no beef.
Sorry for being normal.
Breed,
She
no
cooks
fun,
beef,
no
but doesn't
boss.
have
No
beef.
beef. What? You say I
So you
cook beef,
cook
but I
beef.
don't have any.
yes.
I had beef with Wendy's one time. I don't know. I don't know what. I think it was probably Twitter. It was a long time. I don't have the messages now, but I had beef with them.
Oh my god.
I was like,
And
your
they'll
customer.
they'll clap back.
They will.
Wendy's will clap back on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be careful. All right, my final question.
Oh God.
Would you rather use an outdated iPhone for the rest of your life? Like you have one iPhone stuck on like the current iOS, whatever the current iOS is right now. Like whatever that iOS is, you're stuck with an iPhone with that iOS for the rest of your life. Or an Android that is consistently
iPhone.
updated for the rest of your life.
iPhone.
Can we pick what
Is that
iPhone,
even
though?
a question at this point?
Can we even
I
pick?
really just wanted to stir the
100%
pot.
the iPhone.
Well,
What kind
okay.
of question? Look, if
You
there's
didn't even
the
have to
biggest,
finish the question, Josh.
if there's
the,
the biggest
the answer is iPhone.
red flag I see, I'm sorry to all the Android users, yes, including you, Josh. If there's, I'm sorry, your green text bubble just gives me anxiety at the sight of
Okay,
it.
you
Gives
want
me
to
the
open up this
ick.
battle right now?
Hmm.
Here's the thing. The reason texting sucks is Apple's fault, literally. And I'll send you
Josh,
the video. That
you know
literally
who would say that? An Android user.
explains it. Yeah, literally.
And
but
you
it's
know
actually
what?
true.
We
It's
don't
actually
care.
true. It's
If
actually
bubble, no blue, no likey.
No
Right,
blue,
well then fucking
no
Red
me
flag.
gusta.
hate me from the friend group then, if you really hate me.
You know why I
that
don't
much.
That's
like
why we have our
the
separate
green?
group chat.
I know.
Yeah, you know
guys-
why I don't like the green? It reminds me of the green card. So absolutely not. I'm not going to.
Oh my God.
I felt that.
Okay.
That's what I'm
but-
saying.
Okay.
Triggers
Hate
me.
aside, the hate crime. It is still Pride Month as of this recording. and the absolute hate criming that is going on right now.
I didn't say
I will
anything.
just say,
I didn't say anything.
first of all, that's true. It's Nicole over here. No, but I asked this question because I was saying, even if, okay, but for the rest of your life, which means your iPhone will be like outdated and will probably eventually stop working correctly
That's fine.
because it's on an outdated iOS.
I'll just
like,
get
it's
I'll just
eventually
get
gonna,
a
like,
better
fall-
laptop. That's it. Like Apple.
That's true.
Laptop.
Yeah.
But will the iPhone stop connecting?
Oh, I don't care. I'll
Well,
just
that's
transfer all
probably
that to
gonna
the.
get
Josh,
there's
stop
ways.
trying to convince us with your rigged game. Okay, your rigged game. We choose iPhone.
iPhone for
Get
life.
over it.
I really just wanted to stir the pot with that one, so I'm glad I picked it.
Can I add a
Yeah, I'll
Nearly
pick
had
my
a
Android any day.
I don't know why
Literally
you're
hit-
so against Apple. They literally used to have a rainbow logo. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
but
You
they don't
should
have it
love them.
anymore. And you know what? Actually, no. The rainbow on Apple right now, you know what it is? The rainbow pinwheel of death. And when you see the rainbow pinwheel of death, it's either because my computer's about to crash,
that's what I
or
call
my
it too. Hey,
computer
guess
is
what?
like not keeping up with the shit I'm trying to do. And you know what that means? Their rainbow is homophobic because their rainbow is for bad things.
Well,
And I don't care. Their CEO might be openly gay, but they really be having some bad rainbow situations going on with this rainbow pinwheel of death. I'm just saying that
it
right
was
now.
either that or the red circle of death for Xbox 360.
Which was
I think they wanna be-
Microsoft.
I think they wanted to be more playful with it. Like Google does
call
with
it the
when there's no
rainbow-
internet browser when they do the dinosaur game. In the meantime, you can play this game while
Yeah,
your
that's
thing is
fun.
refreshing.
But I call it the rainbow beach ball of death because that's more fun.
Yes.
Yes,
And
but
a
I thought of
pinwheel.
pinwheel, so I said it.
Can I
I
But
think it's more of a pinwheel. Yeah.
can I add a bonus question?
No.
yeah, go for it.
No.
Okay. If you had a friend
Here we
who
go.
spoke to you in the same way that you sometimes speak to yourself, how long would you allow this person to be your friend?
5 minutes.
But wait, like I talk to myself a lot.
I do too. Well, not that crazy amount where I was like, I have no friends, but
No, to the point where like I'm walking out the front door and I'll be like talking to myself about something going on that day, and I'm like forgetting that like sometimes like my neighbor will be like sitting on the front porch like reading. I'm like, oh crap. They've
Right.
heard me talking to myself way too many times as I walk out the door, so they like definitely think I'm weird.
but especially for me when I'm driving like long drives and people pass me, they think I'm talking on the phone like hands free, but no, I'm just venting off how long my shift was and who pissed me off.
yeah, sometimes you need to talk to yourself. I feel like I don't say anything weird to myself though. Like that
Yeah,
would
same.
bother me.
So you'll
Yeah,
be.
I feel like
you
I'd
think-
be BFFs with them.
I
Put
hype
down.
myself up. I don't know what's going through y'all's head, but
Yeah, I'd probably.
I
be
have
friends
No,
with
myself
I'm
them.
up,
proud
so
of
we'd
you,
be
Bree.
good
You
friends.
hype- Yeah, there you go, Bree. That's the
Meanwhile,
correct.
Nicole hates.
Oh yeah, no. Here's the thing, because I hate the sound of my own voice and how broken English I speak. So 100% 5 minutes. I'll be lucky if I make it 3, but 2 minutes just in case. Just saying.
I don't
Yeah.
think they would have your voice though. They would just talk to you like you talk to yourself.
Here's the thing, like I'm annoyed at myself sometimes. You know, like I get annoyed at myself. Like I'll look at myself in the mirror. I'm gonna like, because I sometimes do talk to myself. I was like, shut up. You know.
What
Just,
What if, just like Inside Out, what if it's like our imaginary friend like coming back? It's not someone that we're.
Is it my
playing
bean
with-
bond?
What if it's Bing Bong that's not playing with you, but it's actually trying to give you like an advice, but you in terms of like you talking to yourself, but it's like your imaginary friend is trying to tell you or listen to what you have to say.
Like here's the thing, like there'll be nights where like I will be like, for example, like one night I had recently where I was just crying and all that because I was, again, we all have those moments where we just think like you're a failure and all that, and then but also too like me deep down on the inside, like I will like hype myself up, be like, hey,
Yeah.
that's not true. It's like stop, don't say that stupid shit.
Yeah.
And just, you know, just first of all, let it all out. It is good to cry. Let's just remind viewers that it is good to cry, y'all.
Yeah.
There should be no
It's
shame
healthy.
in crying.
It's
all
very
right?
healthy.
Even for the men, don't cry. All right? I don't care. If your dad tells you that you're a bitch if you cry, I don't care. Cry.
That's how they were
That's
going.
the-
Right now, I'm in a state of mind all the time.
Got
Got
claimed.
no tears left to cry.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
We got claimed.
Bang
Pick it up,
bang
pick it up,
bang
pick
it, bang
it
it, bang it up, bang it up.
Oh, God.
But
All right,
yeah.
karaoke when? Thanks, besties, for listening to this episode of Sip It or Zip It. If you would like to follow the podcast on social media, you can do so on Instagram and TikTok at sipit.zipit. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, it's sipit.zipit. If you'd like to watch us speak to each other as opposed to just talking to each other in your ears, I guess, you can subscribe to us at Sipit or Zipit Podcast on YouTube. And if you'd like to send us hate mail, you can do so at sipit.zipit@gmail.com. That's sipit.zipit@gmail.com. Alrighty, guys, I think that's everything. Thanks, besties, for listening. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye, besties.
Bye, besties.